We live in a time where everything is expected to go fast, including our realizations and what we share. Social media has only sped this up. There's this expectation that everything that we experience and process and come to realize needs to be immediately shared into the world and translated into a soundbite. But the deeper reality is one of the most profound practices that we can engage in is one that our ancestors honed and knew well, and that is the practice of contemplation. I'm Asia Suler, Earth Intuitive, teacher, and author of Mirrors in the Earth, and this video is a guide to the power of contemplation. Contemplation is the act of looking thoughtfully at something for a long time, whether that something is a tree, a painting, or your own thoughts. Contemplation can look like a long walk in nature, giving yourself ample time to puzzle something out, getting lost in daydreams, wool gathering, reveries, the space and time to dream. On a deeper level, I think all of our souls are hungry for contemplation. We live in a time where there's almost no space given for this essential and ancestral skill. And make no mistake, this is absolutely a skill that was integral to our ancestors' success. All of the amazing innovations that our ancestors birthed into this world came through contemplation, the act of taking long moments to think, ponder, puzzle, and experience. True knowledge, at the end of the day, it's not about memorization. True knowledge is a somatic experience. And you've probably felt this when you've given yourself time for contemplation. It's one thing to know something mentally. We are all bombarded by information all the time. We live in an era where any information you want is just at your fingertips. But that's completely different than truly knowing something. When we truly know something, that knowing lands in our entire body. It's an experience that we can live out. When we contemplate, we give ourselves the ability to have that knowing fully enter us so that that knowing can then change our lives. Information flows in and out, and often information isn't transformational at all. But knowing and contemplation is what really helps us transform from the inside out. Contemplation can help you open up a truly mystical awareness of reality. Getting quiet in this way is how we communicate with the unseen world. It's how we receive guidance from our own intuition, and it's how we tap into the stream of magic that is living in the more subtle realms. Contemplation is also essential for our mental health and vitality. Contemplation is how we integrate life experiences. It's how we bring information and we make it somaticized. We make it something that we know within ourselves. Contemplation is the fertile ground from which all true innovation, ideas, and creativity arise. And I know you've probably found this in your life, that some of the best ideas you've ever had have come when you're out for a walk or when you're doing the dishes and you're just silently thinking about your life. I think that there is a huge clarion call right now coming from the earth and our ancestors to remember this importance of contemplation, to step away from the treadmill and the constant onslaught of information to tune into our own inner landscape and this longer process of contemplation that can ultimately bring in so much more understanding. Contemplation makes the soil of yourself rich and ready for the insights that want to come in. Contemplation is like having a well-watered soil, being able to receive rain. It's the difference between that rich forest floor that can embrace the rain and parched earth where the water just runs right off. When we don't give ourselves time for contemplation, all that information and knowing, it runs off of our earth. But when we give ourselves time to contemplate, to slow down, to know that it's okay to take a long time to think about something, to ponder an idea, we create fertile ground within ourselves for new ideas and inspirations to take root. So my question for you is, if you had all the time in the world to contemplate, what would you think about? It's kind of a delightful query, isn't it? I love thinking about if I had all day long to just ruminate, to just wander the hillsides of my mind, what would I let myself think about? And this is something that I talk about in my book, Mirrors in the Earth, the importance of letting yourself be in your own world. This idea that your own inner world is its own kind of niche ecology. And just like every ecology on this planet, it serves a purpose and a role. You're meant to live in your own world because that's where you get all of the richness and the gifts that you are meant to bring forth into this wider world, into this co-creation between all of the ecologies that exist here on this planet. I've also created a series of meditations that go along with each chapter in the book, meditations that will help you drop into this intuitive knowing, to this ability to contemplate the deeper mysteries of your life and receive insight, relaxation, inspiration, and connection with the wider world. So you can find my book, Mirrors in the Earth, as well as the Mirror Meditations over on my website, onewillowapothecaries.com. And please note that the things that you're drawn to think about, to ruminate on, to puzzle over, those are the very things that you are meant to take within yourself, to transform, to understand in a deeper way, and that the realizations that you come to are important medicine for this earth.